Hi, how's it? My name is Henny Marie. I live in a small town in South Africa, approximately 75-80 kilometers away from the National Kruger Park. And I have prostate cancer. I've thought for a while about doing this, about sharing my experience, my journey with prostate cancer. And then my wife sent me a meme the other day, which she got off Facebook, which basically said that sometimes your struggle, your fight, your war can be someone else's inspiration, someone else's hope, someone else's handle to hang on to. So that's the reason why. I am not a medical expert. What I give and what I say is not medical advice. It's merely what I experienced. It's merely how it worked for me. It's merely what worked for me. I don't know a lot about prostate cancer. What I know, I got from medical specialists, urologists, oncologists, and I'm also fortunate enough to have the best wife in the world who happens to be a medical nurse for more than 35 years. And I also read a lot. We are fortunate to be in the Google era, and there's a lot of information out there. But the problem with information is it also confuses, because you don't exactly know what is real. I've looked on YouTube, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube, valid ones, and I'm not going to break anyone down. They feel maybe the same as I do, they can bring something, but this is my experience. This is how I felt. This is what happened to me. I'm also in a couple of Facebook groups for prostate cancer. And from the questions and stuff, you know, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, worry. How's it going to work? What's going to happen? How's it going to change? And stuff like that. And maybe what I have to say can help someone. So if it doesn't, if you're not interested, just move on. It is what it is. My journey started in August of 2019. I was in Nelspruit with my daughter, and my phone rang, and it was my wife, and she asked, "Are you alone?" And I said, "No, I'm driving, we're in the car." And she said to me, "As soon as you're alone, phone me." Now, if my wife of 35 plus years says that to me, then you look for a place to turn off and stop and find out what's going on. So we drove a little bit back into town. I stopped at a shopping center and went to the bathroom and called my wife. And my wife just said, "Your blood results are back." Now, just to go 2 steps back, about a week, 10 days before that, I had the flu. It was just flu symptoms, fever, cough, aching body, headaches, just feeling miserable. And it was over a long weekend in South Africa, so on the Monday I went to see the doctor. Now our house doctor of many years had retired at that point, just about 2 months prior. So this was a new doctor, and the new doctor said, well, while we're at it, let's just take blood tests, check liver and kidney functions and cholesterol and all the stuff that they check, and just make sure that he also wanted just to have a base to work from. I said to him, I'm due for my yearly urology exam in about a month, so just do a PSA test as well while you drawing blood. So you did that, and my wife said, your blood results are back. Your PSA is 63.8. And it's like a hammer in the head. My breath went like, okay, cheers, I'm out of here. And I said, no, come back. Don't go. And there's this zillion thoughts that just goes through your mind, because the PSA of 63 is not good. So I said, all right, we'll talk. Now, all my blood tests and stuff, because I have a urologist which I see every year due to kidney stones I had many years back, the blood test automatically goes to the urologist as well. And later that same afternoon, his secretary called, and she just said, doctor wants to see you. And I said, okay, when? And she said, Friday morning at 7. Then that was on a Wednesday. Now, normally here in South Africa, you wait between 8 and 12 weeks to get an appointment with your urologist. So it was 2 days. And I don't remember much of those 2 days. We came back, and I don't get scared easily. And I'm one of those guys whose glasses are always half full. So you keep thinking, this is something else. It's not cancer. It's elevated from something. I had a pain in my right groin prior to that, and I went to see a doctor about 2-3 months before, and he said, it might be an infection, and he gave me some tabs, I can't remember what, and it worked. It went away. So Friday morning I pitched up at the urologist, and after the normal greetings, we know each other. I've been with him for more than 12 years. He said, have you seen the results? And I said, obviously I did. And he said, okay, so let's just check first. Maybe it's an infection, serious infection. So let's just make sure. And he prescribed a very strong antibiotic, which I had to use twice a day for 10 days. Did another PSA 10 days later. PSA went down to 52 point something, I can't remember. And he said, well, it seems like it's working, so let's continue with the antibiotics. And I took it for another 10 days, and PSA went up to 53.9. And that's when he said, okay, now it's time for, you're going to have to do a biopsy. I'm going to do this in a couple of episodes or parts. I'm not going to bore you. I don't want this to be too long, and if someone gets bored they can just carry on to the next one. And if there are any questions, please feel free. My email address is Hennie, HENNIE at hamlaw, HAMLAW.co.za. And we're here to help. We're here to help each other. We're here to carry each other. Because this is a war. It's a war against prostate cancer. And yeah, I'll see you next time.